Well, hello again, Stephen Veronica Kibler here, and today we're on a road trip out to the western part of Tennessee. So it's going to be a road trip across Tennessee. We're going to end up in the Shiloh National Military Park.
So join us as we make this road trip across Tennessee and enjoy the beautiful trees, blue sky, and fresh air.
You're going to see the different terrain when you go from East Tennessee to the western part of Tennessee, down close to the Mississippi state line, where we're going to end up at.
Yes, so we will have another video coming out on the actual
At the
Shiloh Military National Park. But this is the road trip.
Yeah. We've got a couple of restaurants that we also ate at that we'll have separate videos on those as well.
Yes. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so. If you like the video, at the end, feel free to click that little like button. We sure do appreciate it. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post those. We do enjoy reading your comments and questions, and we thank you for sharing information with the rest of us, for those of you who do as well. So
we love answering your questions and all that. We try to do the best we can anyway with what we know.
Yes. So here we are, early October, and everything is green, and we have lots of beautiful white clouds and the blue sky. So it's a great day for a road trip.
Yes, it is. Not too hot, not too cold. Just a really nice day.
And here we are. Are we on the Interstate 40?
This is Interstate 40 still.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And we are seeing some really nice crossing some rivers and some national parks as well as state parks. And then along the way, we also see some farmhouses.
Oh, yeah. Cattle. And we're even, I'm not sure if we got the corn in the video or not, but there are some cornfields and some bean fields and all that stuff that I was pretty surprised to see.
Yes, and some of them. Yes. And here I like the way we're coming down this road, and you can see the beautiful mountain ridge there in front of us, and we're getting a little bit more cloud coverage, so it makes those mountains look very dramatic.
Yeah, it was a great day, to be on the road.
And we do have a nephew who's also a truck driver, so this is what he gets to see on a daily basis.
My nephew Tyler and Allison's son.
Yes, when he's delivering goods across his route.
Yeah.
We are very appreciative of our truck drivers who bring goods to us all.
Yeah.
And, they make those trips daily and get all that stuff that we need to our stores and other areas that we purchase them from. So we thank you, Tyler, for doing the job that you do so that the rest of us can have the stuff that we need.
Yeah.
Stay safe out there.
So we're heading towards the Crossville area. We're going to go up to the what they call the Cumberland Plateau. Which gets up to an elevation of like about 2,000 feet.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So, it's really neat.
I like the way in some areas, like here, you can see the cloud. They almost look like you can reach out and touch them. They're on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So pretty. And you couldn't really look because you were driving, but
of course. Yeah.
I was looking over there and to the left, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's a beautiful view there.
Yeah. When I do try to look, you remind me that I'm driving. I have to keep my eyes on the road.
Yes, please stay on the road. I want to make it in one piece. And here we are also at a higher elevation, and as we're coming down, you can see again that mountain range, and we're getting a little bit more cloud coverage, so it looks like it's nighttime, but it really isn't.
No, this is early
morning,
and
and I guess because we're in between all those trees and then the cloud coverage, it kind of makes it kind of dark. We're not passing through a big city yet, so not a lot of city lights, which is what you get when you're out in the state parks, national parks. You get all, all that in the evening, the darkness that allows you to be able to see the stars. Things, if there's if it's a clear night.
If you have a clear sky,
clear night, then you can see stars.
Yeah. But I've always enjoyed road trips.
I do too, and I was looking here to see if any of the trees were turning colors yet, and everything was still green. So this is early October. Mm-hmm. So it hasn't cooled down enough yet for those trees to start turning color, but pretty soon we will be able to do another road trip and capture those fall colors to bring those to you.
We hope to get up into the Smoky Mountain National Park here soon and get some tree colors for you. We crossed a lot of rivers.
Yes, we did. Here's another sign for another national park.
No, that's a state park.
State park. Yes, mm-hmm. I'm sorry. That's a state park. And it was nice because the road wasn't super packed, and so this is nice.
This is a weekday.
And see here, I'm really taking in the beauty of these farms and the old barns and the farmhouses. Mm-hmm. Just, such beautiful area to, admire as you're making a road trip across Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's green. So different shade, you're seeing your different shades of green on the grass and the different species of trees. And now we're getting
some rain.
A little bit of rain.
Yeah, it would come and go as we made our trip. It was about if you were to drive straight through, it's almost about 5.5 hour
from Sevier County.
From Sevier County to the National Military Park that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And here we are near a lot of signs for the state parks, which is nice. Yeah, some of them have the camping.
Mm-hmm.
They have the trails.
Yeah, we did. I think that was a Cumberland park, I think. That was Cumberland Mountain State Park.
Yes. That's
that they were advertising there.
The Justin P. Wilson Cumberland Trail State Park.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we're passing some housing area. Yeah,
we're close to the Buc-ee's
Buc-ee's
in the Crossville area. There it is, right there. Yeah, we were really close. Yeah, but that's the we have a Buc-ee's in Sevier County and in Sevierville, and of course this is another Buc-ee's out there near Crossville.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we like Buc-ee's because they have a lot of good stuff in their convenience store, and then you can gas up very quickly with all the pumps that they have. Here we're passing the Big South Fork National Recreation Area.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like there's a lot to do if you were to go visit the Crossville area.
Yep.
I do have a former co-worker that I worked with in California that lives here in Crossville. I've yet to meet up with him since he's moved, but nonetheless, he lives here in Crossville.
They have Crackle Barrels, they have hotels, they have a Shoney's, Dunkin' Donuts, and other attractions.
Yeah.
I read that they had like some type of a yarn patch attraction. So I'll have to look that up and see what that's all about.
A yarn patch?
Mm-hmm. I'm curious what that means.
Never heard of a yarn patch.
And that's why I'm curious.
Yeah. But as you come out of the Crossville area, you're coming down off of the plateau. So, we're going to start going down. They have the little warning signs about the downhill grades and all that stuff for the trucks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, which I kept saying, let's give them plenty of room. Yeah, don't get in front of them.
Yeah.
If they're carrying a heavy load, they need plenty of space to be able to stop if they have to, a long distance for them to be able to slow down. So I always try to be cautious of that and give the trucks on the road enough space so that, if they're carrying heavy loads,
Yeah.
they're able to have enough room to slow down.
Well, rainy days are, they come and go. And of course, it didn't rain the whole trip, thank goodness.
But that's what I like about like a morning road trip, because you can still see even if the rain's coming down. And now it's clearing up. You can still see through that rain, where at nighttime it makes it very difficult. But here, it almost feels like we're in the clouds because of those clouds being so low down there close to the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Another beautiful view here of the mountain.
What's neat,
area.
when the sun starts coming through again, it kind of brightens up, like the sun's hitting that little range there, and it's just real pretty when it does that.
I like that, yes. All the trees got all the dust washed off of them, and they look shiny again.
Mm-hmm.
I always think when it rains, it's like the trees are taking a shower. And there's an Arbys sign. There's an Arbys nearby.
Mm-hmm.
We have ate at Arbys out here in Tennessee, and they're pretty good. We have, I believe, a couple of videos out on Arbys. Feel free to check those out. They offer a pretty good gyro, and you tried their newest hamburger, which was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if they still offer it or not anymore. They change their menu from time to time.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. But when I was there, it was good.
Yes, it was.
As you can see, got some blue sky again now.
And we're entering the town of Lebanon.
Is that where we're at now?
Yes. Okay. This is Lebanon. It looked like they had some manufacturing plants that I could see on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
We didn't get off the interstate, but it looks like they have quite a bit of things in this town.
Now, Lebanon's it's a little bit east of the Nashville area.
I also saw a sign for Alvin C. York VA Medical Center as we were passing through this area.
Well, that's also where the Cumberland University was at, right?
I believe so.
Did we see a sign for that?
Yes, I believe I did.
Yeah. I didn't realize, you hear of, University of Tennessee and Vanderbilt and all the other big Tennessee schools, but you don't think about some of the smaller schools that are universities in the area.
And now we are nearing Memphis, Murfreesboro. It's like very...
Well, we were getting off... we were getting on the 840.
Yeah, so we passed it, and then we saw this assurance company, which I understand it's some type of an insurance company for renters, homes, vehicles, flood, and manufactured housing.
Yeah, it was a big place.
They must have another company. I saw a sign that said Cabot, so they must share a building maybe with someone else. Mm-hmm. But again, just saw it from the distance. It looked really, really big.
Yeah, this 840 interstate goes around Nashville. So we're going to the south side of Nashville now. And it's a pretty nice little bypass. I was thinking that we were going to go through Nashville on the trip, but I was just going where the GPS told me, and it took us out. Now, I've seen a lot of beautiful housing areas. The greater Nashville area has grown so much.
It was encouraging to see all these new beautiful housing areas, and that's how you know that there's more employment in the closer you get to the bigger cities, and so they're building houses, to support that for folks that are moving here from other states.
Mm-hmm.
And we're one of those folks who came from California.
Yeah, we wanted to get away from things in California.
The high cost of living.
High cost of living
was just really, really killing us in California.
The taxes and everything.
Yeah, it was just we just couldn't do it anymore. So,
so that's why we came to Tennessee.
That's why we came to Tennessee, and better economic opportunities here for us.
So we were on the 65, Interstate 65 for a little while. Now we're getting ready for the Saturn Parkway. 396 is what we're going on to now.
Yep.
And there's a big, I don't know what they manufacture there now, but there was a Saturn plant in that area. So I'm sure they employ a lot of people there. I'm not sure what automobile that they manufacture there now, because I don't think Saturn's a car company anymore. I think it dissolved.
I used to work with somebody when we lived in Indiana, northern Indiana, the first time that she used to drive a Saturn. That was a long time ago.
I think my brother Mike drives it. A Saturn, or has a Saturn car.
That was about 25 years ago.
Yeah, that was a big plantation-looking home.
Yeah, so now we are passing through Spring Hills.
And Spring Hill, getting Columbia area.
Columbia area, which looked to be a very nice town.
Highway 31 now, I think, is what we're on. Yeah, I was surprised. It looks nice, and there's a lot of new housing going in. So, this might be an area that someone wants to move to the greater Nashville area. That it might be a place for someone to check out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I want to say Columbia has a mule days, that they have some type of a mule, kind of like a festival type thing that has to deal with mules. Oh. Yeah, and there's some more of that new housing.
You like going to the festivals? You're always researching festivals.
Yeah. I'm a festival kind of guy.
You research so many festivals.
Like right now, I think the Covered Bridge Festival in Indiana is going on right now. I used to go there a lot as a kid growing up. We lived near the area that the Covered Bridge Festival in Indiana's held at. A lot of big.
I really like how pretty these manufacturing companies keep their grounds. It's a very beautiful, I think, always think, it's a beautiful area to go work at. And you still feel like you have a lot of open space around you.
As you can see here now, they're still hilly, but we're getting to a lot flatter terrain, being out here in south of Nashville, going west. And
so we decided that it was lunchtime for us. We wanted to stop in and get something to eat and re-energize for this road trip that we're on. And we pulled off at Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant, Tennessee.
And I think we made a right turn, so we're like, okay, we're not seeing anything but farmland. So
we turned around, and it didn't really say which way to go to Mount Pleasant when we got off of the highway, and it's like, I don't think we're heading towards anything, so let's turn around.
Yes.
And we eventually made it into the little town of
So
Mount
here
Pleasant.
We're heading again back towards the exit. And still taking in the beauty of all this farmland. Yeah. I just love looking at farmland. I just think it's so pretty.
There's something special about farmland.
And here we are, Mount Pleasant.
We're in Mount Pleasant, Tennessee.
This cute little town that reminds us so much of Covington, Indiana, where Steve
graduated from high school.
And they were doing construction work. It looks like they were pretty busy here doing some type of construction, and we're going to stop at a restaurant and have lunch. We will have another video on, or did you?
Yeah, we got a video in the works on on that particular restaurant.
Okay.
It was the Mount Pleasant Grill.
Okay.
And that's up here on the right.
But here's this
white building there. That's the Mount Pleasant Grill.
And here's just a cute little town, and we're in the center of it.
Now they had some construction going on in the downtown area, which I think, once it's all finished, it's going to make it really nice, beautiful.
And now we're heading back
out to the main road,
to the interstate, to continue our trip onto Shiloh.
Yeah, it's actually just a highway that we're going to go back.
Oh,
out
highway.
To. We're
okay.
off the interstate system now. Yeah, I know it's confusing.
That's your job.
You
keep track of where we're going, what interstates, what highways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, some of the highways are similar to an interstate. They just don't have the same type of exits.
Now, if I was driving, I would know, but
yes, of course.
When you're driving,
I'm driving. You're running the camera.
I just let you worry about it.
Yeah. You were running the camera. I was doing all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So some of these roads, I think we're probably on either US 43 or the 20 right now. Again, we're going through a lot of farmland. Like from here on out to the Shiloh Military Park, National Military Park area is pretty much, you're basically in farmland. You got some small towns here and there. And, but yeah, I mean, everybody thinks of, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa and all that as, being your farm, Nebraska and that being your farm areas. But there's a lot of farm land here in Tennessee as well.
And I see a lot of, we're passing cattle and sheep.
Yeah, all kinds of livestock.
I really like looking at the cattle and sheep on these road trips that we go on.
Mm-hmm.
And the sky is clearing up, so we have the beautiful fluffy white clouds again. We can see the blue sky, and look at all that cattle, those happy cows.
Now, them some happy cows.
Yes.
And when we lived in California, they had these commercials about happy cows in California, because it's not cold, but now we got these nice.
They were all packed into these tiny little areas. Yeah.
These look like happy cows.
These are happy cows. They get to roam.
Yeah.
A lot of space. I remember there used to be a lot of farms near where I grew up, and then all of a sudden they all disappeared because of all the housing that came in. Well,
we we show progress. We show like where new housing and stuff is going on. We do love and appreciate the open areas, and we want to keep some of those. Mm-hmm. There's Tennessee River.
Yes,
as we're passing that, so we're getting real close to our destination.
So we're going to be staying at the Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pickwick Dam. So that's over, Pickwick Dam at Shiloh Falls. And here's the Hampton. And we will bring you a video to show you what this hotel looks like.
We'll have a separate video on the hotel as well.
And there's golfing, fishing on Pickwick Lake. And, of course, the Shiloh National Military Park that is there for, folks to visit.
Yeah.
So this hotel, it's kind of interesting that it kind of sits back, so it seems kind of secluded. We weren't sure if we were in the right place. But once we drove all the way in, it was so. And here's
the next morning we got up and went over here.
Here's a preview, peek at what the Shiloh National Military Park looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it was a beautiful day to be outdoors and walking the grounds of Shiloh National Military Park and taking a road trip.
Yeah, so we hope you've enjoyed our road trip out here to the area where the National Military Park is at.
We thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you have a great rest of your day.
And we hope that you watch the next videos we got. Stay tuned with us. We're going to have some new videos. And this is a restaurant that we ate at.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we have a separate video on that as well. It was a catfish restaurant.
Yes.
And it was really good. Kind of a hidden back, and it's right there on the Tennessee River.
Yes.
Beautiful place.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time.